The third problem with AI is that the world has another option. That option is called China. So let me show you what China is really doing. Remember this chart from the beginning of the video, the $1 trillion that America is spending. Well, here's something interesting. This is China. On that same scale, America, $764 billion this year, and then $1 trillion next year, 3% of the whole US economy. China, $102 billion this year, $123 billion next year, 0.6% of their economy, which means America's outspending China almost 10 to 1. Why? It's because China figured something out. A developer took the exact same coding task and gave it to two AI models, Claude Opus, which is one of the top American models made by Anthropic, and GLM, which is a Chinese open model. Both models finished the same task and both took about 5.5 minutes. The American model charged $2.33, and the Chinese model charged 31 cents. That's 7.5 times cheaper. Now, before you think that that's a cherry-picked test, here is the industry-wide data. This is called the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index, and this is basically the official rankings of every AI model in the world. Now look at the top. The best American model scores 60. Now look right here. This is GLM, the best Chinese open model, 51. And look at how much of this chart is from China. DeepSeek, Qwen, Kimi, Minimax. They're not at the top. They are everywhere. They are filling the whole middle of the global rankings. Now, to be fair, the US still has the smartest AI in the world, and that's true. But if you ask the question that every business is asking, do I need the fastest AI model to manage my business? The answer is no. For most businesses, that's things like answering their customer service emails, to basically do the boring work that is 90% of what companies actually use AI for. Based on that logic, China's winning. The US is winning the race for the most dollars spent, and China's sort of winning the race for the customer. Now the question is, how is China doing this while spending 10 times less money? And the answer is distillation. Okay, here's how it works. When you train a frontier AI model from scratch, that means spending billions of dollars teaching it everything the hard way. But there's a shortcut. You can train your model by studying the answers of a model that already exists. This is basically like copying someone else's homework, and then you know the answer. For almost no money spent, by the way. So the US spends trillions of dollars doing the hardest research in human history, and then China just sort of copies it by compressing the results into smaller, cheaper models, and then it gives them away for free. It open sources them, which means anyone can download them. And if you think about it, every dollar of US AI spending, it's kind of like a donation to the Chinese AI industry. And this has become common practice for China. So much so that they are doing it as a side hustle. Check this out. This is a model, for example, called Longcat. Look at the benchmarks. It's going toe-to-toe with Google's Gemini, and it's beating older versions of Anthropic's flagship models on real-world agentic tasks. But the thing is, do you know who built Longcat? It's a company called Meituan. Do you know what Meituan does? It's a food delivery company, right? It's the Chinese DoorDash equivalent, and they built an AI that competes with the smartest labs in the United States, which means when a company like that can do what a $1 trillion US company is doing, is that company still actually worth trillions of dollars? Maybe not. Because remember, the assumption that's holding up the whole AI stock market is that, let's be patient, guys, the profits will come, and when they do, all the US companies will collect those profits because the world has no other choice. But here's what the actual cost is when there is a choice, right? This is the same type of work. The American model shows 18.5 cents per task, and the Chinese model, 4 cents, right? Within a few quality points of each other at a 76% discount.